The VOGE 500 AC is an A2 naked bike with 47 horsepower in retro style. The brand VOGE has only existed in Europe for about 2 years, but the parent company Lanson is an old acquaintance, e.g. through the inline twins that BMW uses in its F models. Marcus and Dietmar checked out what the VOGE 500 AC can and can't do during a sunny test drive. Chic look with short rear with the VOGE 500 AC, 3 details immediately catch the eye: the short rear with the license plate holder attached to the rear axle, which also carries the turn signals, the large, noble-looking stainless steel silencer and the oval, modern LED lamp mask. From the side, the AC reminds us a little of the Benelli Leoncino 500, which also has a high handlebar and a visually very valuable fork, and also the striking short tail. The VOGE 500 AC is available for €6,199 in grey and silver. This is a good price, but the competitors are not much more expensive. The class leader, the very similarly equipped Honda CB500F, for example, costs €6,860. Whether VOGE can score points with this price against the competition, especially from Japan, remains to be seen. The seat test is pleasant. Due to the low seat height of 81 centimeters and the high-mounted handlebars, you sit upright and very comfortable. This fits the casual retro character, and even the passenger cannot complain about lack of space. For him, there are also neat grab handles and not too high-mounted footrests. In this class, TFT color displays are still rather rare. The VOGE is such an easy-to-read display. A lot is then displayed: gear, fuel level, cooling water temperature, speed, onboard computer, outside temperature, time, speed, and even the tire pressure front and rear. The cockpit can switch between 2 displays. Unfortunately, only English and Chinese are available as languages so far. The technical helpers are usually rather sober. There are neither driving modes, traction control, nor other bells and whistles. The machine can be paired with the smartphone via Bluetooth, but apart from answering phone calls or music control, not much can be played with it. Maybe that's a good thing. Positively, we noticed the levers adjustable in range, as well as the front-mounted USB socket, where you can, for example, charge your mobile phone while driving. A hazard warning light system is available, as well as the LED equipment in the striking light mask at the front, in the turn signals, and in the rear light. The voluminous stainless steel damper not only immediately catches the eye, from the rear it is even reminiscent of a racing exhaust thanks to the grille. We were somewhat surprised by the stationary noise of 98 dBA. The machine doesn't sound that loud, and maybe VOGE should have kept the 95 dB limit, at least for Europe.
Drei, zwei, eins, ab geht der Fuchs! Und 100! Ja. 3, 2, 1 und ab geht das Füchslein. Zack, 100. Ja.
So, then let's go for a spin. The VOGE feels very familiar from the first meter. The Kayaba suspension is only adjustable in the spring base at the rear, but does a good job. We like the comfortably tuned damping. You are so very smooth on the road, but the machine does not tend to rock or even get restless even with a slightly sportier driving style. This fits the Nissan brake system, which grips neatly, but is a bit doughy to work. Nevertheless, thanks to the double disc at the front, the pliers go to work courageously, so that also fits. By the way, the proven 2-channel ABS from Bosch is on board. Otherwise, the VOGE 500 AC drives rather unspectacularly. That sounds boring, but it's not meant that way. On the contrary, the machine conveys a lot of driving pleasure thanks to its easily accessible driving style at any time. You trust the bike very quickly, and after a few kilometers you already know what it does, how and when. By the way, the tire choice is astonishing at this price. The very good Pirelli Angel GT are mounted. The performance of the VOGE 500 AC is class typical. The A2 engine with 47 horsepower feels good, the acceleration is homogeneous and linear, although of course not as emphatically as with 100 horsepower machines upwards. From 7,000 RPM the propulsion is over, the row twin then noticeably runs out of air. Nevertheless, it is quite fun to let it fly a little, even if the wind pressure is clearly noticeable from about 120 km/h due to the lack of wind protection. But that doesn't matter, because at 160 km/h is the end anyway, and you don't want to go faster with such a retro bike anyway. Result: the VOGE 500 AC is a well-made machine with which you are very quickly familiar and with which you can have a lot of fun. It is extremely accessible and, thanks to the seat geometry, is suitable for many driver sizes. The handling is easy and maneuvering the bike is easy. The look with the short rear should appeal to younger A2 aspirants, and also in terms of equipment and price, the VOGE 500 AC does not have to hide from the competitors. It will be interesting to see what other bikes VOGE will send on Europe's roads.